Hello everybody and welcome back to Tales of Arise. On the last episode, we explored the new area leading to this town, and then we arrived here, and it's been like kind of roasted. But we also encountered that guy that we saw in the woods back when we fought that wolf boss. And boy, he was tearing through everybody. All I could think was Alphen. They literally saying that he is on par with the lords. Why are you not using the blazing sword? I'm just like, why are you not using the blazing sword? Like, I understand that you got some skills with your sword, but I think this situation is when you will want the power of the blazing sword. And then lights and everything else happen. If you haven't seen it, why are you on this episode? Go back and watch the other one. Anyway, let's watch the skit.
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if
that's what I said.
Then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris, do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings, it said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened.
That's the hope.
Dedyme, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dedyme, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dedyme have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dedyme could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important.
So self-care.
Manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Actually, no. That seems like a pretty reasonable request. I don't understand why she got angry. When an owl molts, they start to shed basically their old feathers. They become useless to the owl, and it's just like shedding. It's just like when dogs and cats shed their fur, or when snakes shed their skin. It's the same thing. So when you molt, you get rid of the old feathers for new, stronger, fluffier ones to grow in. So basically, the old feathers are useless. Most people either use them as decoration. You'll see some people make them into necklaces. If you go even on the other side with Indians and stuff, you'll see feathers a lot in a lot of decorations and clothing and equipment. Most of those feathers, they didn't pluck them off an animal or anything like that that was still living or so-and-so. No, either they took them off an animal that had recently been slain, or they took them off an animal that had shedded most of those feathers around the time where a lot of them will molt. Because when they do that, usually they do them all around the same time, because it's just the season for some of them. So honestly, I think the request was rather reasonable. Even I don't understand why she got so frustrated about it. It makes sense, honestly. And if there was enough of them, you could make feathers for multiple people. But Hoodoo's a kind of small owl. I don't think you're going to get much feathers from that, honestly. I don't think you're going to get enough feathers to actually make that pillow anyway. Gotta go with the... I'm not sure why she got so angry there. It seemed pretty reasonable to me. What's down here? I see shimmering. No? Look at the little guy. Something on his head. Red rose corsage.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
There's a building here. It still seems pretty intact. Well, it's locked. Of course it is. Why would it not be? Yeah, and there's been something going on in the forest for a while. Honestly, I should probably go back and check.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
Oh. Honestly, if you can get wind astral energy from them, you might as well place them all over the place. I didn't see a handful. Most of them are used. Windmills here are actually just used for generating electricity, most likely. I mean, mostly. It's a cleaner energy source. It's just the same thing with water mills and stuff like that. Just motion. Getting turbines and gears running. It's natural.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Dedyme's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to
Hey,
just
that shortens the game a bit.
The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Dedyme. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
Especially since you burned down an entire city. Like, you didn't need to go that far. Plus, we're just about to show up.
Not this way, I guess.
There's an invisible wall right there in case you didn't notice. Like, there's a door. Just make the door locked like you did with every other one. What's the point of making the invisible wall? I think that's just adding extra work for yourselves. Oh, well, I'm not the one that made it, so it's all on you. Cover could be better too. It's really just Alpha and Shion over some like mountains. Could have had the whole crew. Looks like a waste, honestly.
Elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots.
Oh, great. So we're just dealing with a general thug.
Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
Why, you?
Apparently yours didn't.
So you're the one who took down the lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole.
Yeah, I don't know about that. If you let a lord get away, that's a bad move.
Find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quietly.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then...
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Dedyme, you know that was completely uncalled for.
You could try it, but Alvin would tear you apart.
Get the hell out of my realm, and don't ever come back.
Oh, it's not your realm.
And it's ours, understand? I call the shots here, and I make the rules. I do, Dedyme, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Dedyme! Liberator Dedyme! You are the...
Yeah, have fun with that.
We're not afraid of any bright eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last bright eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings!
The Dark Wings rule!
So he's just a what's the name? What's the name for it? He's just a thug. He's just like one of those little thug bosses. He's gonna die. Watch.
Hey, wait up.
And it won't be by like Alfred and crew.
Should have left your Renin pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Dedyme said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renins.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Yeah.
Hey, Beifan? Dedyme mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Dedyme.
This isn't Dedyme's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renins as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renins. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
And well, I don't know where your hate comes from to all Renins, but your judgment is too quick. And I understand it. But it's kind of how I live. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody outside of the people that I know. But I always try to give people a benefit of the doubt. Even when I was with my last apartment complex, and it was managed by different people, they gave me nothing but trouble all the time. Never fixing problems arise. My unit almost caught fire because of their negligence. When new management took over, I pushed all my previous problems down to talk to them like they're just people, not the problem. Because they didn't cause all the issues. And they didn't do all the neglecting that the other ones did. So, I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt as well, and give them a chance. Maybe they can clean up the mess and make it better. Unfortunately, though, just like with the current place that I'm in, people just don't do their jobs if they don't have to. So, it just ends up with more problems and more problems and more problems. That just build and build and build until the issue collapses in on itself.
Hey.
I get the feeling Dedyme signed up to be a rebel so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renins here.
Still,
That's true.
I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Dedyme might have managed to drive the Renins out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. no matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is... When you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Dedyme managed to drive out a real live Renan Lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Dedyme, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Dedyme and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely more of a dictator type. Look, I listen to what people have to say, and I try to give everything the benefit and see what's best for so-and-so situation and everything else like that. But at the end of the day, it's kind of one of those things where if I can't agree with it, I'm not gonna do it.
Hey, are we gonna get going or what?
Even when it comes to, like, jobs and stuff, sleazy, shoddy practices, I can't stand them. When I do a job, I want to do the job well. Like, there's a certain quality you get when you do work. And I expect that from everywhere I go. But you don't get that. You get what's convenient and cheap. What's easy. What makes the company the most money with as little effort as possible.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dedyme.
Just live in a city for a few years, you all know what he means.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dedyme.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
Let's see what he wants. Why does everyone have to be such cowards? If we don't get this taken care of, things are never going to change. What shut you down, friend? Zoogles, that's what. Pretty common variety, but then to be more specific. Rumor says it was the Lord's favorite kind of Zoogle, so people are afraid to go anywhere near them. And I can understand their hesitation. If you need them gone, we're more than capable of taking care of them for you. Hold on, pal. I don't want you to just exterminate them. If you could bring back any usable materials from them, that'd be great too. You want us to retrieve Zoogle parts? For what? Are you building something? Not building, studying. If I can demonstrate that even fierce and dangerous Zoogles can be used to make handy tools, that'll motivate people to hunt them more. And we can't always expect folks like you to come along and solve all our problems for us, after all. So you're trying to be more self-sufficient. That's very commendable of you. Actually, about those materials you're looking for. This isn't what you're talking about, is it? Oh yeah, it totally is. Could I convince you to share what you have with me?
Good.
I mean, I doubt I'd need them right now. Yeah, go ahead and help yourself. I'd rather it go to someone who can use it than it keep weighing us down. Great, you're a generous bunch of people, you know that? Now, to see what I can turn all this into. I'll be sure to make something useful. Thank you so much. And see, man, you got some life bottles. Only 200 SP from that. I guess it's... I mean, because I fight all the Zoogles I see, mostly, I have this stuff. We're gonna end up coming back here. Like, you know this, right? There's so many areas off limits and everything that the Lord is going to come back and try to take over again. She's probably just getting something that she would need. I doubt she's going.
Somebody's asking for help.
Yeah, I don't think
Hopefully
that's...
it's nothing that'll be too hard to deal with.
Same business as usual. Are you the blazing sword of Calaglia? You're welcome to stay if you like, but just don't cause any trouble while you're here, understand?
That Dedyme creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Dedyme and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
Oh, she'll wipe the city out to get rid of them.
You make a good point, Rinwell.
I guarantee it.
And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there.
Yeah, but...
Fine by me. But isn't Dedyme just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia.
In fact, I don't even know if my health, if I had stopped to rest after the fight with that guy. Do you honestly think it's a great idea to be walking around the city right now?
Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little, if you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
I mean, it's not a very normal name. Which way is it, though? This is Darkwing's headquarters. It's probably out this way. On the other side, right? Actually, it might be this way. And that's the inn. And I understand why some people would have such extreme hate. Like, when you live your life and people are trying to oppress you the whole time, you lose family, friends, and everyone you know or love, that'll break somebody and make them snap. But it also leaves this, even if you're trying not to, it just leaves this bitter feeling.
Got sand in my eyes.
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Hoodle, don't get blown away, okay?
No, this guy. Oh, God.
Oh?
Oh, it's that foodie again. I remember you. You're that young woman who's always starving. I haven't seen you since we last met in Menancia. You're the one who's always hungry. Anyway, I take it you found another recipe on your travels.
Nice.
I most certainly did. I'm glad I can cut to the chase then. Shion, who might this fella be? This is Gordino. He travels around Dan searching new recipes to try. A fine quest to embark on, if I do say so myself. My name is Dedyme, kind sir. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Wow! The Dedyme, Lord of Eldin Menancia? It's an honor, my lord. Your beef stew was quite exquisite. You honor me, kind sir. How is it that you came by the palace's top secret dish?
Hey!
Anyway. What is it you need from us this time, exactly? Come on, spit it out. Right. This time, I'm looking for lettuce, apples, and lemons. I might have the apples and lemons, but I don't have lettuce. Could I ask you to bring those to me?
Sure.
I think we might. Oh, then we do. Okay. In that case, I'll give you the recipe so you find people can cook it right away. Oh, this is surprisingly simple. Even I might have a chance to make this.
Very nice.
Wonderful. I'll leave the preparations up to you then. Lettuce, apples, and lemon? Are you just making a salad?
Well?
Okay, it's all done. Oh, look at this beautiful dish. It smells just as divine too. Now let's see how it tastes.
What?
Oh, this is absolutely exquisite. Exquisitely bad, that is. Really? I assure you that I followed the recipe for this so-called vitamin smoothie to the letter. Taste it for yourself and tell me if you're still confident in your concoction here. Alright, down the hatch it goes.
I don't believe this.
See what I mean? Makes you want to vomit, doesn't it? Wait a second. I see a small warning affixed to the bottom of this recipe. Smoothies made entirely from veggies are recommended for experienced dieters only. Beginners should add fruit juice for flavor. Young miss, did you process only the lettuce, even though I asked you to prepare apples and lemons as well? Oh, come on. Who's going to notice a stupid warning label that tiny? Lesson learned, Shione. We just have to add fruit and attempt this once more. Like, very well. Let's take it from the top.
What?
Oh, this is absolutely exquisite. Comparatively speaking, at least. You still don't sound all that enthused. Is this really the best recipe that Magna Star has to offer? I believe so. When I first heard about this, it made me think of what I saw in Menancia. A combination of fruits and vegetables. It reminded me of the Danas and Ranas living together. I thought this recipe might capture such harmony. If nothing else, it is the most healthy recipe you're sure to find out there. Indeed, I shall be sure to drink it so as to ensure that precious harmony lives on, even within the confines of my stomach. Whew, well, that was satisfying enough for the time being. I can now leave this realm with no regrets. It's time I search for even greater cuisines. Farewell, my culinary comrades. Actually, I want my glass before I leave. Well, we got the vitamin smoothie recipe. I don't know what it boosts, but...
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you drained your glass all the same.
Right. Ooh, a sword. Hey, Alphen, come try to pull us out and see if you're the next king. Ugh, wolves.
No backing down.
So, I don't like you. Yeah, these are the wolves. Come here. Not anymore. Who's next?
They got me flanked! Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! And probably to me!
They come.
I'm on it! Talon Hurricane! Double Demon Fang! Dance in the wind! Demon Fang! Swallow Dance! Into the sun! Eagle of... Eat this! That's enough! Talon Hurricane!
Yeah, they can be annoying. They actually are very annoying.
Always room for improvement.
Those, I'm pretty sure, are the wolves that were in that training session. Ow. I think I see it.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
Hi, Hoodle!
Can't get out of this! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Good. We got all three of them. Sub-Zero confinement. Oh, nice. You got a new skill.
All good things come to an end.
Yeah, but not for long.
Eat this! Dazzle! Prepare to be seen!
I wish I could brawl like you, Law.
You wish to learn my secrets, young Alphen?
Yes, Master. Please, teach me the art of defense.
You want Grandmaster Kisar for that. You see what happened there is you crossed me. Should have done that.
Time to end you.
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Ah, Dedyme, Ivy Master. Oh, because I've used this skill multiple times. Increases maximum AG. Must use arts. Increase art casting resilience. Makes it harder for enemies to disrupt. Perfect evading. Guarding AG restore. Yeah, that's nice. Solitary captivity. Dedyme lays a rock trap and leaves back. The trap goes off even when the enemy gets close to it or after a certain amount of time passes. I'd rather when he gets close to it. Because that means you can set the trap and bait the enemy for a while. Oh, he has a title for collecting artifacts? Are artifacts something that you're just given, or do you have to find them? Oh, I should probably really unlock his stuff. I'll do it after a while.
I can feel my power growing.
Look at that, 26 SP, and that's doubled. That is the double.
Right, here goes.
Ridiculous.
Come one, come all.
Shion.
Here and now!
Sleep now. Lightning!
Eat this! Flying free! Why can't they just sit still?
Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
I'm on it! Come and get it!
Here I come.
Freeze
I'm on
Blaster!
it!
Swordman Alpha.
Talon Storm!
Rain Slap. Eternal
Laser
Gap.
Spear!
Finish it.
Hey! Blow them away!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Megasonic Thrust.
Dang it.
Pierce
I'll run you through!
Spread in the wind! Field! There! One more! In there with the others!
Huh, interesting.
Spread!
Rising Rider!
Here's the eagle!
Rising Phoenix!
Freeze Lancer! Raging Storm!
Do it, Hikara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
We won that by a mile!
It's good when you know how to fight your enemy. Let's just put it that way.
Right, here goes!
Can't get out of this!
Radiant here! Thunder Blade!
Swallow
Searing
Dance!
Flame! Reload!
What's this?
Rising Rider!
One will watch and
I'm like bait to them!
Light and raging cascade!
Well, that's the point.
In here!
Rip and tear!
Roll now!
Let me help.
Prepare to be sealed. This is looking good. Actually, profound is more appropriate.
Let's copy more doing! In here! Annihilation!
Coming through! Ha! No!
He wasn't happy with that wolf. Wow, that did no damage. Oh, you little.
To stop you dying?
Hikara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Guess that was the last one. Oops, there was a skit. I didn't even know.
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny, you would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving. Nicely done.
No wonder there are enemies like that.
I'll take that.
Red saffron. I think the red ones are just better. So, can never complain about finding those. Though, I'm pretty sure they don't respawn. Ooh. Really begs the question of where to go. There's this area off to the side. Hidden Lake. A great lake situated in south of Magna Sar. In happier times, a bustling town once flourished here, thanks to the abundance of fresh water supply. Oh, it's a whole nother area. I mean, I want to explore the area, but I also want to get to where we're supposed to be. If I can at least get to the... No, that campfire is pretty far out. It's all the way down at the bottom.
Why didn't the Renans take advantage of all of these ruins around here? It seems like a missed
Oh.
opportunity.
Most likely because it would be inefficient for harvesting.
Oh, that's something I like.
That's what dictates the current positions of each realm's capital.
Plus, Renans are averse to using anything that belongs to the Danans.
Yeah, even the clothes. Huh? Are these just regular monsters at this point?
Or are there a lot of big Zoogles in this area?
No, I noticed that too. There's plenty of food and water to go around here. For a Zoogle, this just might be paradise.
Great, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, it is just a lake. Oh, a fishing spot's here. Oh, that's that boss thing that we fought in the last one. Man, and here I thought we would find like one of the rarer, stronger enemies. It's just a stupid, normal enemy that used to be a boss. Probably still fights like one. As annoying as that would be. I'll explore this area a little bit more in depth later. But I want to get further along. Let's just say that. But you can tell, like, they're right. Renans are very averse to using anything Danon. And the reason why you can tell that is because just Charles, look at Xion. She did not want to use. She was very adamant about finding Renan clothing. It's just fabric. It's the same thing. Actually, I never looked to see if they dropped anything new. Enemy info. I guess they all classify things together. Whimsput main. What else was in here? There are these birds. Archer Hawk, Raging Stormbeak. It's been mostly it here. Oh yeah, this is the thing that I fought in the, training mission. Training grounds.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Yeah, I don't think you can smell them this far out. Okay, so there's two options. Either that's the forest, or that's the forest. Either way, I just wanted that fast travel point. That's why I broke Law's knees. But he'll be fine. My headcanon is, every time I break their knees, Xion just patches them up. So they're fine. So what's this? Aiden Ruins. A network of Danon ruins stretching across healing terrains. Abandoned by their original inhabitants, only Zeugles are found lurking within their walls now. Is that where I am? Gosh, I don't even know if I'm going the right way or not.
Can you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
I see plenty
There's
of
just
things around here too.
so many.
Big town bustling with people back in the day.
For crown contest participants,
Ah,
places such
that was
as
a nice
but
failed
benefit
ambush.
the energy they pursue. Similar to that windmill, for instance.
Those are different. I'll definitely make a note to fight them.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Actually, were there harvesting things right here? Nope, just pointless flowers. Okay, so what's this? Looks like a cave.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
Ow! What even is this place? Well, I guess it's clear that I'm going the wrong way, eh? It's definitely got to be this way, right? There's no way marker, so I'm just running around trying to see. But I wanted to make some progress.
We've reached our destination.
I can always go back on these areas. I just wanted to go through the forest. Well, you know me, I'm going to do it anyway, but... It's definitely got to be it. Right? Estee Luva Forest.
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her Danon bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
If she's using
It
wind.
feels odd here. Be on your guard.
As much as I want to continue, we're already 50 minutes in, and I just feel like I didn't make any progress. Even though we did reach place, we saw a bunch of skits, you know, explore new areas. I just really wanted to get through the forest, but I'll have to pick that up on the next episode. Because otherwise, this will probably be like 2 hours long, and, you know, I kind of don't want it to get that long. You know, the funny thing is, originally I wanted my videos to be about 30 minutes long, but then I realized that when you're playing JRPGs, if you keep your things 30-minute long, that means you're either doing a ton of editing, cutting out things that I find quite interesting, or you can't. You haven't gotten anywhere. You've probably gotten like a third of the way through a place sometimes. Plus, I hate heavy edits when I'm watching gameplay. I want to experience what the people who play the games experience. I want to see what it is that they see, the struggles that they go through too. All that cutting and trying to make it where I just don't like it. Anyway, that is all the time we have for this episode of Tales of Arise. If you like this episode, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all on the next episode.